That last video was so fucking painful. Like I'm not gonna post that. So that's just gonna stay in the drafts or stay in my gallery. But I something I've just been avoiding admitting is that I'm a really painfully socially awkward person, and whenever I tell people that I'm not extroverted as I might come across as, I'm more so introverted and awkward. People always say, "Oh, but you seem very extroverted to me, or you talk to people, you seem very outgoing." Babe, because you kind of have to. Like, I don't talk to everybody and their mom because I want to. It's more so of like a have to, of just like socially blending in. I don't like small talks. I don't really like talking to like Uber drivers. I don't like talking to like someone behind me at the grocery store. I kind of just like to go about my life in silence and by myself and just not have to talk much. Like some people are surprised when I say that I'm just not an extroverted person. I'm just not a. I'm very shy, and I'm not even shy. I just really enjoy shutting the fuck up and not talking to people. Like every social gathering just feels like I'm being held hostage. And like even sometimes like carrying on conversations or just whatever, it is easy because like masking does get easy or to do over time. Like this whole like big pretending shit and whatever. It gets easier, but then sometimes it's not and it's just like what the fuck am I doing? This is why like I struggle making new friends because making new friends requires a lot of talking and acquainting and vulnerability that I just don't feel comfortable offering up. And I don't know if I'm socially awkward because intimacy is something that I deeply struggle with that I haven't realized until recently, or what. Like I was talking to a friend yesterday about me struggling with intimacy, and I'm gonna be so honest. Connections feel like a chore for me, and I hate saying that. I don't want to like have to keep up with people sometimes, or I don't want to have to like do check-in phone calls or vulnerability makes me extremely uncomfortable. That sounds so fucking stupid because it kind of just like destroys the whole premises of this channel. But intimacy just makes me so uncomfortable. Like, I think, like, not even I think, but this does contribute to like my fear of like commitment. It's just like all those things require a consistent presence that I just feel like I'm going to disappoint in. Like, when it comes to presence and consistency of said presence, I feel like I'm just always going to deliver disappointment on that part because it's hard for me to provide consistency with myself. So my fear of commitment just really comes from my fear of just disappointing people around me, and I hate that for me. Like I struggle with social awkwardness because I feel like I'm just gonna disappoint people and not being that fucking interesting. Like the amount of people that show interest in me online is not equivalent to people that's gonna show interest in me in person. And then obviously, duh, because I don't know 12,000 people in person. I don't know if I even met 12,000 people. Probably have. I don't know, but I feel like I come across as such like a secure, confident person, but I'm really not that. Like, let me just take this out. So more human and more lively with birds and stuff in the back that I used to display in my videos, but I'm insecure about how much I can just contribute to the world around me. That sounds so capitalistic, but You can tell I'm ready for fall because, girl, why are you wearing an off-shoulder long sleeve shirt? Like, it's mesh material, so it's really not that thick, and it's not super unbearable to be in. But like, fuck, this is a really cute top. It looks really good on me. So my face is really sweaty, but I'm just always insecure to the fact that, like, I don't like dating. I don't like making friends because I feel like they're just gonna soon recognize and realize that I'm just not that interesting of a person, you know? That they're gonna look at me and be like, this bitch is not interesting. This bitch is quite boring. Like one of the most embarrassing things that has happened to me on multiple occasions is when, like, I'm sitting down in a public place or I'm like with a group of people and they're like, oh, I forgot you were even here. Do you want me to go home? Like, like, I just take that as like a way of kindly asking to like myself, because like, why would you say that? I have other insecurities. Like, I feel like I'm not smart enough a lot of the times. Like, a lot of people think that I'm ditzy because like everyone has like their moments where like common sense is just not present and it's not your friend. I'm also insecure to the fact that I feel like I just come across as someone that's just not self-sufficient. I hate the fact that I just always feel disposable. Like, it doesn't matter how deep and unique my connection is with someone, I'm always gonna feel like to a degree I can always be replaced. I'm insecure about the fact that it doesn't matter how many materialistic things that I have or how self-sufficient I am and how perfectly capable I am of taking care of people around me. I'm always going to feel like I can do more and that I'm never going to be able to offer someone everything, which obviously you can't, but I hate dating and relationships because a little part of me is always going to feel like I could always be doing more for you. It doesn't matter how much more I do, I'll never feel like I'm doing enough. I'm saying all these things out loud because I'm hoping that maybe all these insecurities will just like dissipate. Will just like dissipate, disintegrate. It's a thin air about the time I turn 21, which they're probably not. But I know some people say like, don't tell people you're insecure so they're gonna know how to use it on you. Bitch, if I'm aware of my insecurities, then 9 times out of 10, no one can make me feel worse about those things unless it's me. Because I'm like my biggest fucking critic and I'm like my biggest loser. I'm my biggest hater. No one can out hate me. I'm very insecure about my appearance. I used to be more insecure about it before, in the sense of like, I feel like I don't have anything striking about me that makes me interesting to look at, which I don't know what it is my thing with being interesting of people, but I've always struggled with feeling like I'm interesting. Interesting to get to know, interesting to listen to, interesting to look at. Like, some people have striking features about them, like maybe it's like their personality or like whatever, but like physically some people have like striking features where it's like, damn, like, I haven't seen anyone else look like this before, you know? And like with me, I feel like I just look like any other bitch. Or not any other bitch, but I feel like I just have like for a very long time I feel like I had a boring face. Like, and this doesn't mean I don't feel like I'm not beautiful and that I'm not that bitch. I feel like I am that bitch. I just feel like I'm just like, My ankles are very itchy. Like, oh my gosh, I'm fighting so hard not to scratch my ankles, and it's just, I'm really fighting for my life. Like, oh my god, there's a little kid. Where did he go? I'm insecure about a lot of things, and they've been eating me up a lot lately. Like, some people can watch like those motivational videos with LeBron James and talks about getting up early in the morning and working on yourself and whatever. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to watch a motivational video telling me to work harder. Maybe I won't be so insecure. Bitch, I don't want to hear that. Like, sometimes I also just feel guilty when I can't contribute anything to a conversation. Like, sometimes I over contribute and like I just feel like I have to consistently bring something in so the conversation won't die. But then like lately I've been letting the conversation die and just letting it be silenced because I'm like, I feel like I'm just making it more awkward, creating more conversation where it's most likely not needed. I don't know. One of the most embarrassing things that have like happened to me like a few times is when like someone's like, you know, we can stand in silence, right? Because now I feel like you're telling me that I talk too fucking much, which they're not. I know they're not, but like they're telling me that it's not gonna be awkward, which I do appreciate that, but I'm also just like, oh, ooh, I'm probably not gonna post this video either, honestly. This is like another one of those things where I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm just not good at talking anymore and recording my diaries. Well, I'm gonna post this and I'm gonna try again tomorrow because I still have like, it's not even 30 days to my birthday. I think it's probably like, it's 28 more days to my birthday. 27. So I still have like 27 more days to do this and hope that it just doesn't get any worse than this. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I probably should go take that anxiety medication. maybe, maybe it was helping with something because I don't remember being this fucking like nervous and just abstract and uncomfortable in like a while. So, yeah, bye.